Doogee is a well-known cheap smartphones manufacturer that produces devices for quite a bit of time. The Doogee Y6 is a phone that has great looks, decent specs, and it costs just $100. This is Linus, learn more in the full review. The phone ships with all the usual stuff, and some extras include a screen protector and a soft TPU case. When it comes to the design, the Doogee Y6 looks very similar to the Huawei P7 Lite, in my opinion. Nevertheless, the phone is well built and it uses a metal backplate to give a little bit of a premium look and feel. The frame and the buttons, however, are made of plastic. We have a 5.5 inches display which has only 720p resolution, but it is plenty sharp for everyday use. Also, there is a 5 megapixels camera above the display, but we don't have neither notification LED light nor backlit capacitive keys. On the back, we have a 13 megapixels camera with a dual LED flash and a fingerprint scanner, which is not the fastest I've seen, but it gets the job done. The loudspeaker is actually pretty good for the class of the phone. Doogee Y6 ships with an octa-core MTK 6750 chip, which has clock speeds of 1.5 GHz, 2 GB of RAM, and 16 GB of expandable storage. The gaming performance is good but not great. The phone can handle the games like Asphalt 8 on medium graphics very well, but once you set the graphics to maximum, you should expect a few skipped frames. The phone ships with the Android 6.0, but we have quite a few added features by Doogee. Just to name a few, you can select from a variety of gesture and motion controls that work pretty well. Also, you can use a floating gesture control bar if you wish. In addition, you can use a one-hand operation mode that is really convenient in some situations. In general, the UI performance is good. I didn't have any lags or stutter on the daily basis. When it comes to the image quality, you can get some decent looking photos out of this phone, but you can't expect a lot from a cheap phone. My biggest complaints would be the lack of sharpness and quite a bit of noise even in daylight situations. As usual, the image quality decreases in low light. Selfie pictures could look a lot sharper and have more detail.
Hey, this is Linus, what's up? Currently I'm shooting with the Doogee Y6 smartphone. This is handheld footage, it's a very cloudy day.
The video quality is mediocre as on most of the cheap phones. I didn't have any major connectivity issues except for the fact that once the GPS was pretty slow to get the position lock. The phone ships with a 3200 mAh battery that performs pretty well for its capacity. You should expect about 5 hours of screen on time, but the results may vary depending on the usage. The Doogee Y6 is a pretty good sub-$100 phone, but as usual to cheap phones, it's not perfect. It has a nice design and it sits nicely in the hand. It has decent specifications that assure a pretty good gaming and user interface performance, and the device has a pretty good display. However, you have to know that there is no notification LED light, the capacitive buttons are not backlit, and also it would have been nice to see a metal frame and metal buttons. At the end of the day, the Doogee Y6 is a decent offering for the price, but as always, it has some shortcomings that most of the cheap phones have. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, please drop me a comment down below. Also, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and visit gizmochina.com for all the latest and greatest Chinese tech news and reviews. See you soon.